Welcome to Frog Hollow Farm.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here. We wish we were in person, but we'd love to hear from you. We're going to start with composting. So I'm going to let you take it away and teach us everything you know.
Compost is a way of taking residue materials, what people call garbage or garden waste, and it's all organic material. And we're going to turn that compost turns that all those disparate materials and ingredients into a rich humic addition to our soil. Everybody knows what great compost looks like. Compost starts out like with these branches over here. It's a good, it's hard to imagine, but we have a shredding machine that will shred these branches into a pile like this. And then when we mix this woody material with nitrogen material, so the woody material is carbon, the horse bedding, that pile down there is nitrogen. This black stuff here is coffee grounds. And over here we have fruit. And by mixing and layering these ingredients together in a specified recipe, we turn this into a black humic compost material in about 6 weeks. So we build it in layers like making lasagna. First layer would be wood chips. Then we add horse bedding. Then we add the fruit here. Then we add the coffee grounds. And we wind up with compost. It takes about 6 weeks.
And it looks like some of the most awesome compost.
Yeah, it's really good. It's fungally dominant compost. You could make either fungally dominant or bacterially dominant compost. We like fungally dominant because that's what trees like. So the whole idea of our compost operation is to recycle residues from our farming operation and other nearby farms, make it and all that back into the soil. What we're doing is we're building the soil with nutrients, but mainly we're adding microbial life back into the soil. We're increasing the life in the soil.
Al, it would be really awesome to see where the compost goes and hear a little bit more about what it does out in your orchards. We'd love to visit.
Let's take a ride out there. I got my trusty little cart here. We're going to drive into the apricot orchard.
You guys, for those of you watching, this is one of the most extraordinary farms in the Bay Area, maybe even in the country. And Al is a pioneer for doing the work that he does. And his fruit, his stone fruit, his pears are the best there is.
Thank you, Judy. So this is a 20-year-old apricot orchard. And you can see the compost layered on the ground there. We've also got this white material, limestone. Fall is when we add these materials back into the soil. One of the reasons that we are so focused on compost is because we are very concerned with climate change here at Frog Hollow Farm. We're seeing unfortunately, some very negative issues caused, we feel, by climate change. We're getting warmer winters. That affects our chilling hours that are required for the bud development, the fruit bud development of cherries and apricots and pears. And we used to have cold winter months here. It used to be like in the mid 30s for 60 days in a row. It was foggy and dark and dreary and damp. It was unpleasant, but it's what the trees loved. And it was what they needed in terms of chilling hours for those buds to produce fruit. Now we're not getting that because of global warming, climate change. That's with our cherries especially. With these apricots, we've experienced devastating crop losses in recent years because of atmospheric rivers coming up out of the Pacific Ocean. Right on top of our bloom, our full bloom period in late February. That's when we've had, that's when our trees are susceptible to brown rot damage, which is a fungus, and it's being exacerbated by climate change. So we are counting on compost and rejuvenation and regeneration of our soil to enable the trees to be resilient and to withstand the impacts of climate change.